Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's varsity boys basketball matchup. It's a holiday special against the Lewis Cass Kings, and starting for them, number 3, Bryce Rudd, number 4, Owen Lowe, number 5, Brennan Dieter, number 21, LJ Hillis, and number 23, Brody Williams, or number 24, Brody Hillis, rather. And starting lineup for Tipton. A 6'6" guard, junior, number 3, Grady Carpenter. A 6'1" junior guard, number 5, Sam Quigley. A 6'1" senior guard, number 11, Nolan Swan. The newcomer from Noblesville, the 6'4" senior, number 12, Ryan Tracy. And rounding out the starting lineup, a 6' senior guard, number 23, Jackson Money. The Blue Devils come in undefeated to this game, ranked number 1 in 2A and number 6 in the state of Indiana, according to Max Preps. Number 1 in the Hoosier Conference as it stands, as they look to remain undefeated against a beat-up Lewis Cass Kings team. Tonight they're missing number 0, Trey Johnson, number 2, Colton Young, and number 14, Wade Toko. Johnson's a key piece for them. He averages their second most points per game. And so he'll be a key. They'll see how they fill out the roster. As we're just about ready to get back into action. And we'll start off with the tip-off. It's 3 versus 3, Rudd versus Carpenter, and Rudd gets a piece of it. Lewis Cass with the first possession. Tipton in a man-to-man to start out. 4 low for the Kings. Lowe has it in the corner, driving baseline. Wanted to dish to the opposite block, wasn't able to get it, but it's out of bounds off Tipton. The Kings in a box set as they get it into Rudd. Rudd trying to work on that right side. And a charge called. Nolan Swan got in the way. He's become rather known for those at Tipton. If I had to guess, he's at about 1 charge per game. And he picks one up early off the first possession for the Kings as they come up empty. Here's Swan on the other end. He's going to start off with a 3. And as we know Tipton likes to do, they're going to extend to that 3/4 court pressure, looking for the trap as they cross half court. The Kings are able to get in the corner. It's saved, but only as far as Carpenter. He gets a piece of it in transition. What can he do? He finds Swan, tries for another 3. Off the backboard and in. Nolan Swan off to 6 early points in just a minute. Tipton with a 6-0 lead. As the Kings break the press that time. Lowe's in some trouble here, gets it to safety, and Swan's going to kick that one out of bounds. The Carpenters checking in from Oklahoma this evening. Always glad to see familiar faces there, as our out-of-state community always welcome on the stream. A turnover for the Kings. Carpenter on the right side, looking for money on the far post, falling out of bounds. He has to save it. Tracy tips it out. So it's a good look there from Carpenter. But the pass just got a little bit too ahead of the target. As the Kings wanting to cross half court, they do. That's Hillis. Lowe swings it into the short corner. They get it down low, but it's stolen by Money. He has Carpenter trailing to his right. Quigley on the left side. Jackson Money for a corner 3. That one just off the mark, but Ryan Tracy grabs the rebound. He adds 2 of his own. Tipton to an early 8-0 lead. 2 minutes elapsed. Lewis cast that. Pass nearly intercepted by Swan, but it will reach its intended target. Low for 3 to get the scoring started. Not able to. The rebound tracked down by Quigley. Swan to push the pace. Has Carpenter waiting down court. Gets to his left hand in the middle. A pull-up jumper for him. Off the glass, no good. The rebound pulled down by L.J. Hillis. Has Low to his left. Hillis back, driving towards the middle. Defended by Carpenter. No shot opportunity for him. Low in the corner. Dribbles towards the middle. Needs some help there. He has Hillis. Step back, fake 3 for him. As Tipton's done a good job of covering all the options, and they get away with a steal here. Ryan Tracy at the other end, lays it up for 2. And Tipton to a 10-0 burst. In the corner for Low. His coach is going to bail him out with a timeout there. Probably a good call. Varsity coach Eric Brands. He'll take 30 seconds to talk with his team and try to turn the ship around. It's been a poor start for the Kings. The Blue Devils, on the other hand, we've come to expect a transition game for them and the aggressive defense. That's exactly what we've got to start out in the first 3 minutes of tonight's matchup. There's quite a large crowd here in the Inferno. The student section full. Plenty of fans out here tonight. Many alumni back from their winter break. Here to watch Tipton try to remain undefeated. A good start for them. Jackson Money's going to tip that one out. And still no fouls for Tipton. Only 1 for the Kings. The inbound goes to Hillis. As he will try to bank it in for 2. Gets his own rebound, puts it up for the first Kings points. An offensive rebound up for 2. That was Tipton's weakness in their last game against Covenant Christian. They did not have a good rebounding game, but it ended up not really mattering too much as they came away with a relatively easy victory. And Quigley going to be picked up for the foul, fighting for the offensive rebound. That's the first team foul of Tipton for the quarter. 4:23 left to go in the first. Tipton trying to bait Low into crossing half court, but they deal with it much better this time. Hillis, top of the key. Fake the 3, going to go in for 2 instead, and he's going to get it to roll. L.J. Hillis with 4 early points for the Kings. The only scorer for them. As the Blue Devils look to set up their offense. It's down low to Money with the reverse lay, and it's good. Always got to look for Jackson Money cutting to the baseline. And Carpenter's going to find him every single time he's open. So if you're the Kings, you definitely have to be careful about that. You don't want Tipton to get easy looks like that. That's exactly what they're looking for on the offensive end. Just one of the many ways that Tipton can pose an offensive threat. As Hillis, he looks to add 7. No good that time. The rebound collected by Money. Has Swan to his right. Tracy down low. It'll be Carpenter instead to Tracy, who lays it in for 2. Ryan Tracy gets Tipton back to a double-digit lead. As that one intercepted nearly by Swan. He pokes it away. Quigley saves it, but it's only as far as Brody Hillis. And that should be another charge on Nolan Swan. It is. We're going the other way. 2 charges already for the leading scorer, the senior for Tipton, the leader for Tipton, showing effort on both the offensive and defensive ends. as he brings it up for the Blue Devils. 14-4. Carpenter trying to work on the left side. Has Tracy in the corner, swings it one more to Nolan Swan for three, connects. The unselfish extra pass from Tracy rewarded with an easier three for Nolan Swan, and you expect him to bury that every single time if he's open, which he certainly was there. Hillis has a teammate down low. Brody Hillis ends up connecting for two on the other end. Good ball movement there from the Kings as they're rewarded with another bucket. Quigley looking to hand it off there. It's tipped off of Money, so it shouldn't be a travel or anything there. Tracy on the right side, looking for Carpenter deep beyond the arc. Working on LJ Hillis, a pull-up jumper for him. It's good for two. Carpenter gets a hand on that one, diving for the loose ball. Tried to avoid the travel there. And that's actually going to be a 10-second violation off of Lewis Cass. The good thing about Carpenter not being able to collect the ball fully, or at least according to the refs, the 10-second clock did not restart. Lewis Cass wasn't able to cross half court in time. And that gives possession back to the Blue Devils. Our first look at Landon Spidell tonight, wearing number 21. As Swan into the corner for Tracy, a three for him, just off the mark. And it's pulled down by Dieter. Low on the left side. Kept out by Swan, got a piece of it, but it ended up back in the hands of Lewis Cass. LJ Hillis weighing his options. He likes Dieter on the left. Beyond the arc is no good, but that one should be off of Tracy. So it will stay with the Lewis Cass Kings. As Quigley back up immediately to the scores table. Gonna check in for number 12, Tracy. Tipton leading by 13. Crossing half court, Brody Hillis. Hands it off to Lowe, he's defended by Quigley. Wants to get to his left hand, hands it off, LJ Hillis. Beyond in the back. Well defended by Carpenter, who makes the shot a lot more difficult. Spidell tracks down the rebound. Quigley to push on the right side. Has Spidell trailing to his right. Quigley trying to drive inside, kicks it out. Carpenter, that's a deep three for him. But it's no problem. He can knock those down easily enough. Carpenter adding another three. As Tipton has a 22-6 lead. A great start for them. As Spidell gets a piece of that. The Kings will maintain possession. Just about 15 seconds left to go. They're looking down low to Brody Hillis, or LJ Hillis rather, but that's a bad idea when you have Spidell right in front of him. 10 seconds left. It's up to Carpenter to decide what he wants to do. Drives it in, a left-handed layup for him. Just to round out the first quarter, Grady Carpenter puts in two more. A great start for the Blue Devils as they have an 18-point lead. They lead 24-6. Leading scorer for the Blue Devils, Nolan Swan with 3 threes. He's got 9, trailed closely by Carpenter with 7. Tracy has 6, Jackson Money adding a pair. LJ Hillis with 4 for the Kings. Brody Hillis with the other 2. A low-scoring first quarter for the Lewis Cass Kings, a team that comes in averaging just under 42 points per game. But then you have the offensive powerhouse Tipton on the other end, averaging 66 points per game. And to go along with that, 16 assists as well. Lewis Cass with just about 9. You can expect Tipton to get in transition. That 11 steal per game nearly doubles the Lewis Cass Kings, as they're sitting at about 5.5. Tipton comes in, ranked number 1 in 2A. Lewis Cass at number 53. And this is according to Max Preps. Tipton with the first possession heading into the second quarter. Relatively low foul trouble for both teams, as they're going to look for Swan coming off this set. A three for him. Not able to start the way he did in the first quarter, but the offensive rebound pulled down by Landon Spidell. You can come to expect that at this point. He's got big minutes on the rebounding end and on the scoring end for the second quarter. Landon Spidell adds in a pair. Rewarded for his efforts on the glass. Lewis Cass breaks this relatively easily, but there's still work to be done. LJ Hillis inside, dishes it down. The two-pointer no good, and quickly tracks down the rebound. He's got Carpenter on the other end for the easy right-handed layup. Tipton's such a quick transition team. You've got to be on your A game, getting back on defense if you're playing against the Blue Devils. Such a fast-paced team. And nearly an unforced error there coming out from the Kings. As Low, he gets by Spidell, but he loses the handle. Is able to recover well enough. Now he's got it on the right side. A three for him, well contested, but he buries it nonetheless. A handoff to Swan. He's going to pull up, and it's no good. Well done by Bryce Rudd to box out Spidell there, who's always hunting for the rebound. You got to be careful when he's on the floor. He's got a sixth sense for that ball as it comes off the rim. On the other end, that one hits the out-of-bounds line. The intended target, Coatner Graves. As Spidell will check out of the game. Starters in for Tipton. They leave it to Quigley to bring it up. Man-to-man defense for the Kings, as they have Carpenter on the elbow. His two, no good. Was looking for the foul. Didn't get the call he was looking for. Now here come the Kings. And a back cut for them. That's a great play. A great awareness by Brennan Dieter to use the backdoor to his advantage. They have to be careful in the corner for Quigley. Down low to Tracy. Was looking for some help. Kicks it back out to Quigley. Swan trying to get inside. Would have had an open lane, but he'll be fouled. The foul going against number 5, Brennan Dieter. The 5'10 sophomore. His second foul of the game. That'll force number 24, Brody Hillis, to return. Box set for the Blue Devils. They like Jackson Money in these scenarios. Catches it on the post. And a tough move inside off the glass. Always have to be careful about Jackson Money. He's a great X factor and a great player to have for very specific scenarios. And Tipton loves to use him off the inbound. LJ Hillis trying to spin inside. Carpenter's defended him very well this game, I must say. But an offensive rebound for Cottner Graves leads to the and one. The 6-foot sophomore at the line. Just off the back iron. The rebound to Grady Carpenter, a no-look pass to get it to safety. Tracy, a handoff to Swan. That's enough space for him. On the scouting report, that should be the first thing. Got to put a hand up in that scenario. And a dribble handoff for Swan. That's an all-you-can-eat buffet. If you go under that handoff, he's shooting that every single time. Cottner Graves had the and one last time. Gonna look to get an assist this time. No good. And a fast break. Tracy's waiting up the court. Loses possession, but he has it out to Carpenter. That one looks on target. It is on target. A bullseye for Carpenter. As that one looked in line and An unforced mistake there from the Lewis Cass Kings. The pressure of the Inferno perhaps getting to these players. Our first look at number 4, Gavin Hare. And another inside presence for the Blue Devils. He'll have games where he's, much needed. If the Blue Devils get in foul trouble, Gavin Hare's a great piece to come off your bench. As Swan not able to hit that three. It's collected by the Kings. LJ Hillis. Again, defended by Carpenter. He's been kept out of the paint as many times as you like. And a block there for money. And he might get rewarded on the other end. He finds Carpenter, and he finds 2. The Blue Devils just out there having fun. Getting just about any offensive look you can possibly get. Just a textbook Blue Devils game. As Swan collects the rebound. Tracy to his left. Money. Back to Tracy. Swan takes advantage of that closeout and is able to get the right-handed scoop. And that's just another problem you have to deal with if you're trying to defend number 11, Nolan Swan. If you close out just a little bit poorly, he's able to take advantage and get inside for 2. Gavin Hare kicks it out to Money, who connects with another 3. The Blue Devils shooting lights out, and Lewis Cass has no idea what to do about it. Tipton with an early 30-point advantage, a full timeout called by Eric Brands. Tipton playing to perfection. They're getting their way with Lewis Cass. A 30-point lead for them. The Blue Devils led by the pair of Carpenter and Swan. Swan leading the way with 15. Carpenter close behind with 14. They might be having a little competition between themselves to see who can finish higher in the point totals for this particular ball game. Christmas-themed cheerleaders, the Lady Devils in the white, the Lewis Cass Lady Kings on the green on the right side of your screen there. And a very festive Blue Crew tonight. Certainly a Christmas theme. Ugly sweaters out there, pajama pants, Santa hats, you name it, they've got it. I've been very impressed with the Blue Crew in this particular season. Again, we'd like to take this time to thank our fans watching, everybody on the stream, grandparents, out of state, and anybody else that can't come in to see the game in person. We always love having your presence here. You can make your voices heard in the chat below, cheering on your Blue Devils. How will the Kings respond? They are in a 30-point trench that they need to climb their way out of. A closely packed offense for the Kings. Cotner Graves down low, looking for some help. Hands it off to LJ Hillis. Gets inside, well defended by Hare. Keeps him out of the paint. Low, needs some help. The Blue Devils in an excellent defensive showcase. As Money forces the errant pass out of bounds. Tipton playing an excellent defensive game. Again, it's important to note, Lewis Cass is not at their full capacity. Missing Trey Johnson, Colton Young, and Wade Toko. As Swan on the other end rims out on the 3. And a foul called. I believe that'll be, it is on Landon Spidell. His first foul, the Blue Devils' second. Owen Lowe to bring it up for the Kings. He's had the ball in his hands, I would probably say over half the time for Lewis Cass. So the extra defensive focus on him for Tipton has worked wonders. LJ Hillis, the next up for the Kings. And a pull-up jumper is going to find its way in for Bryce Rudd. And another timeout called by Lewis Cass. This is another full timeout. Not 100% sure what the reason is for this one. .108 left to go in the first half. Tipton leads 43-15. A great showcase coming out from them. As this will be their last game before Christmas. Going to get about an 8-day holiday break before they travel to play at Clinton Prairie. That should be a great matchup. Clinton Prairie's got a very consistently good program, as Swan, a consistently good three-point shooter. 43% clip from beyond the arc. And he's certainly over that threshold in this game. .30 seconds to go in the first half. How will the Kings respond? They find themselves down 31. And a reach-in foul for Money. Jackson Money picks up his first foul, third team foul on Tipton. And they will have this one out of bounds. Certainly the correct call. As they look to get it into low. He's wide open, and he connects with a two. So the first real defensive mishap from Tipton. Not going to be happy with themselves there, but will certainly be pleased with themselves for an exquisite first half. Swan pulls up deep beyond the arc, off the rim and no good. Spidell collects the rebound, kicks it out, but it's too late. That basket will not count if it goes in, and it does not. Tipton with a 46-17 advantage heading into halftime. Swan and Carpenter are leading the way, as you will typically find them. Not much more you can ask for if you are a Tipton Blue Devils fan. This has been a great showing from them. We're going to head into a quick break. When we come back, the second half of action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're just about to get started with the second half. Real quick, we're going to go through a scoring rundown, starting with the Tipton Blue Devils. Swan leads the way with 17, closely trailed by Carpenter with 14, Money with 7, Tracy with 6, and Landon Spidell rounding out the scoring with 2. Much less points going in the way of the Lewis Cass Kings. Lowe with 5, Hillis with 4, Rudd, Dieter, Hillis, and Cotner Graves each adding a pair. We're about to get back underway. Lewis Cass with the first possession. Lowe with it. And that one will be out of bounds off of Lewis Cass. So a quick turnover gives the possession right back to the Blue Devils. And they will let Quigley have the honors of bringing it across half court. 4 across the top for the Blue Devils. Swan looking for the back door on Carpenter. That one defended. Carpenter going to look to go a second time around. Takes the handoff between the legs, gets to the right side. And a push-off called before the pass and shot could go up. And that'll be on number 3, Rudd, the 6'3" junior. An elevator screen for Swan. Here that comes. That one well defended, but not defended is Tracy as he rolls to the basket for 2. So a great plan B there for the Blue Devils. And an excellently drawn up play. Typically the Blue Devils look for the elevator screen and that works for them. Usually gets Swan an open 3. But good to know they have a plan B out of that set. Here's LJ Hillis working inside on Quigley, and he gets started with a bucket. Carpenter looks for Tracy. That one a bit risky, but it's kicked out. Money, an open space for a 3. It's no good. Well done to box out by Brody Hillis as he pulls down the rebound. Rudd gets to the right hand, a pull-up jumper. Might have been blocked by Carpenter. I would say it was. Money. A give and go for him. The assist to Swan. Here's Lowe. Perhaps they're looking for that switch to get Quigley down low guarding Hillis. The second time in a row. And Hillis looking for the left hand, didn't get it. Offensive rebound for Rudd. He goes back up and gets the friendly bounce. So a better start to the quarter for Lewis Cass. A no-look pass into the corner. Money buries a 3. Assist to Carpenter. Lowe trying to get inside. Carpenter has been a pain against him all day. As he continues, now it's Swan's turn. Onto the right side. Lowe, way beyond the arc. Looking to set up the half-court offense. Hillis fakes the handoff. Swan switches onto him. Hillis fouled by Swan. And that'll be a shooting foul. Sending the 6'4" senior to the line, shooting 2. Looks like that's Swan's first foul of the game. As the first free throw comes up empty for Hillis. One more try at it, and he likes the result a bit better. Carpenter handoff to Swan. A couple of dribbles to the elbow and finds his spot. The Kings have had a very hard time defending screens and handoffs both. As Tipton looks to keep using that same formula that's working out for them so far. Lowe from just beyond the arc for 3. Carpenter off the screen from Tracy. Into the corner. Money just got there. And that one comes up a bit short. The rebound pulled down by Lewis Cass. Low on that far side. Looks to use the screen. Tracy defending now. And that one kicked out right between the hands of Dieter. Swan with the dish down. Extra pass to Money will be off of him. Several photographers down there on your left side. As a good crowd here showing up for both Tipton and Lewis Cass, which are off camera, most of them. They've got a good crowd themselves. Hillis on the block. A fadeaway jumper is no good, and Swan will pull down the rebound. He looks to push the pace in transition. That one stolen. Bryce Rudd got there just in time. Intended for Carpenter. Never made it there. As Lowe and Hillis working together on the right side. A pull-up jumper for Lowe. And he hits it for two. Jackson Money gets to his left hand. A fake shot there. Spin move, fade away. Everything but the finish there for Jackson Money. The offensive rebound was collected by the Blue Devils, though. They'll get a second try at it. Carpenter trying to go baseline. He'll be fouled by number 3, Rudd. As Landon Spidell gets another chance. His first of the second half. 4 across the top. As Swan, he'll come and get it. He'll be fouled immediately by Dieter. Inbounding from the same spot. This time it's Money. Expect him to come back and get it. It'll be Carpenter fading up top. Money will look to step in. Carpenter for 3 is no good. Quigley pulls down the rebound, though. Kick out Swan. That's enough space for him to bury another 3. Nolan Swan on fire. 58-27 for the Blue Devils. It's been a more back and forth second half compared to the first. Tipton on the verge of that 35-point lead, which would extend it to a running clock as Money bobbles that one. So it'll slow down the pace for the Blue Devils. A step through for Quigley. Gets his own rebound. His third offensive rebound of the second half. They're looking for Swan. No options for him, though. The Swan, he'll be picked up for the foul. Nearly going the other way. Second foul on the leading scorer for Tipton. 2:16 left to go. A 31-point advantage for the home team. Dieter brings it up for the Kings. Defended by Quigley. Puts on some pressure. Dieter deals with that easily enough. LJ Hillis, drive with his right hand. Stopped by Carpenter. He's had an excellent defensive game so far. But that's enough space for Hillis. Not able to knock that one down. The rebound fought for. It's collected by the Kings. A kick out. No good. This one will be collected by Jackson Money, and a reach-in foul called on LJ Hillis. That's Hillis's first foul, which gives us a look at Gavin Hare on the other end, making his way in with just under 2 minutes left to go in the third. Carpenter, baseline drive. Hare with the rebound, puts it up himself. An immediate impact for Gavin Hare. Dieter, a kick out to Hillis. Carpenter defending as Hillis gets to his spot, not able to come up with anything, though. as he picks up his second, as Hare almost had both hands on the rebound. He'll be sent to the other side, shooting 2. The new rule change implemented by the IHSAA. 5 team fouls in a quarter. And that makes you shoot 2 free throws on the other end. Replacing the 1-and-1, those are all gone. As Hare, 3 straight points for him, and a chance to make it 4. Efficiency at the line for Hare, knocking them both down. 34-35 now, point lead for the Devils. We are in running clock territory, as Tipton has everything they need to continue going undefeated. Dieter is looking for Rudd, who has Hillis. Gets inside, but is stripped by Carpenter. Not many favorable options for him, so he has money to his left. A fade gets by all the defense. A corner 3 for Gavin Hare is way too long, but it's a pass to Spidell instead. 1-2 to Carpenter. 3 to Money. In and out again. Money cursed by the rim in the third quarter. Money defending Dieter. 20 seconds left. A bucket here for Lewis Cass, and we are back in stopping clock territory. Swung around, Dieter with 5 seconds, has to make a move. Tried to get the foul out there from Money, but he gets his own rebound instead. And we are heading into our final 8 minutes. Tipton leading 62-29. The scores after 3. Swan leading the way for the Blue Devils with 22. Carpenter with 14. Money adding 5 in the third quarter. His total is 12. Tracy with 8. Hare with 4, all in that quarter. 2 for Landon Spidell. On the other end, Owen Lowe got activated in the third quarter. He's now up to 10, followed by Hillis with 7. Rudd and Dieter with 4 apiece. Hillis and Kuttner Graves with 2 each. Tipton leading 62-29. Money, Hare, Swan, Spidell, and Carpenter are your 5 for the Blue Devils. On the other end, Kuttner Graves, Dieter, Rudd, Brody Hillis, and Lowe are out there for your Lewis Cass Kings. Here we go, the final 8 minutes. Tipton with a sizable advantage to remain undefeated. Going into the holidays, a turnover there for Swan. Couldn't quite see the defender. The set play here for Lowe. Dieter. Kept out by Swan. A switch. Swan still defending. He's got that middle area covered. Lowe gets by Spidell. He needs help. Rudd, 2 dribbles. Back to Lowe. That's beyond the arc. No good, though. The rebound pulled down by Brody Hillis. He's been a monster on the rebounding. He's got multiple possessions earned here for the Kings. That's a deep 2. Added there by Lowe. Carpenter has Hare waiting. The screen for him. Hare pops out. Wants to hand off to Money. Here comes Swan. Kick out Hare. That's enough space to bury a three. Gavin Hare, 7 points all in the second half. In the few minutes that he has had, he's been very impactful, especially in the second half. Two shots for Owen Lowe. The King leading the way in our first look at number 2, Peyton Aller. Hillis also in for the Kings. The first look at Aller. This is probably about as many minutes as he's going to get in a game, as the rebound fought for. Aller with a chance to prove himself here. Has not gotten this many minutes before. 6 minutes for him to show the varsity team what he's made of. He's only a freshman, still has plenty of time to develop it. He's got skills that will contribute to any team. His point guard preferred position. Always looking for teammates. Very similar to Carpenter, I would say. If I had to compare him to anybody on the team, he would play similarly to him. Carpenter, left side all the way, and a finger roll for 2. Here comes Swan looking for the steal. Trying to catch Lewis Cass off guard. Aller defending low. Does a good job to recover there. Forces the miss. And here comes Swan. Spidell to his right. Fakes the shot, kind of. As Carpenter comes in at a full head of steam for him. And a kick out off the mark intended for Aller. Humrickhouse, the next one up off the bench. The 6'7" junior. His brother Ben plays at Evansville, having a career season up there. As Humrickhouse with big shoes to fill. And a reach-in foul on the man of the hour. Quigley back at the scores table, the bottom left of your screen. As Carpenter sees his exit to the game. A great job from him. Box set for the Kings. Into Hillis. Rudd has Low in the corner. Wants to get inside. It's tough to shoot over that 6'7" frame that Humrickhouse has. Once you get inside and the space is no longer there, that's where Humrickhouse becomes his most effective on the defensive end. There's a foul there called against Spidell. Hillis at the line shooting 2. And your next one off the bench, number 35, Grayson McFalls. So only one starter out there. It's Quigley. And a chance for some reps for some of the junior varsity guys. Gavin Hare also out there. He's had impactful minutes. Carpenter wants to clear out to McFalls. Not able to collect that pass. Owen Lowe. He's defended by Aller. A great defender for how young he is, as Dieter nails a three. Aller brings it up over to Quigley. Back screen. Here comes Hummerkaus. Too deep for him. Hand off to Aller. 2.5 minutes left to go. They're trying to get McFalls in the paint. That's exactly where they've got him. Spin move, get to his right hand. Got the own rebound, but not able to put it back up. And a three there, nailed by Hillis. He's come alive late. That's Sam Hummerkaus. Didn't connect with anything. As Lowe. Kick out Dieter for three. Just off the back iron. And Hare tracks it down, but he's swarmed by Kings. And the Tipton fans not liking that one. Inbound to Lowe beyond the arc. The rebound to McFalls. Perhaps the most obvious way he can impact your team. And a timeout called by Lewis Cass. Just wanting to get subs into the game. Dieter to inbound. As Quigley forces the turnover. It's collected by McFalls. As your final score, Tipton 67, Lewis Cass 39. We'll be right back with an interview coming your way.